Well, I mean, the future's looking pretty strong, you got to say, for the Republicans, don't you think, Annalise? Because, I mean, the general assumption being that if Donald Trump doesn't change the Constitution and stay even longer as president, that J.D. Vance is the likely successor to be the next president. And, you know, we were joking yesterday, you and I privately, that, you know, Megyn Kelly's got such a huge fan base at the moment. Maybe she would fancy herself as a potential runner in the many years ahead.
Oh yeah, she has that element of being tough, and that's what Americans really like in their commander-in-chief. They want someone tough, and J.D. Vance has seemed like that as well. I wouldn't have expected Mike Johnson to get a boo. Was that Mike Johnson? Okay.
That's him. That's him coming in now. Yeah.
I think that might have been Chuck Schumer who was getting a boo. I think Chuck Schumer got the boo though, right? Yeah.
Well, but back.
I have the screen behind me, so I can't quite see.
That's okay. That's I can see them all coming in now. But back to J.D. Vance. I mean, is it a foregone conclusion that he's the man next? Even though we should appreciate the significance of today and Donald Trump's big moment. I'm already talking about the next one, but
Honourable Jackie Barr.
But J.D. Vance is the likely man, right?
Look, nothing's a given. I mean, no one necessarily would have thought Trump would be back here, so I wouldn't take anything for granted. And Vice President can be a bit of a poison chalice. Here's the president.
Let's take
I can
this.
tell you there's a standing ovation in the arena.
Let's take this for a moment. Donald Trump walking into the Rotunda. He has done this before, of course. This is inauguration number 2. As he receives a round of applause as he enters the building. He is President 45, he is President 47, and he is moments away from walking into the building as First Lady again, Melania Trump, walks in.
Outfit, on a personal note, I think it's stunning. It's got a very, like, My Fair Lady vibe to it all. And, yeah, I think watching this, it is just extraordinary to think this is the same building where we saw a riot 4 years ago and Donald Trump's back, bigger, with a better mandate, and a felon. We keep forgetting this point. He is technically a felon. He has a felony from New York. And the fact he got through that and is more popular than ever, I think just shows the extraordinary presence of mind, the influence that Donald Trump has, and the ability to build that base that he has done that no one thought he could. And I think the other thing to remember in all of this is that he has completely fundamentally changed what the Republican Party is. And that's why I would say J.D. Vance not necessarily a given. He's got to prove it, and Vice President can be a poison chalice.
Sure.
To your earlier point, you can get sidelined. It'll be up to him to make sure he owns something. He has some successes he can lay out, but sure, he's absolutely in the box seat for it.
What do you think, just back on Melania, what do you think she'll do differently this time?
She seems a lot more sure of herself this time. She's been doing interviews and she has a presence of mind. She's written a book where she's disagreed with Donald Trump on some things, and she seems a lot more confident. You can hear the boo in the crowd, Pete. This is not the big Biden fan club in this arena. And I can tell you, just since we've been talking, I can look around now and it has really filled up. Yesterday they had trouble with security and they couldn't get it filled up before Donald Trump arrived. And this time around, this looks like it's really going to be a full house before Donald Trump arrives here later in the day for his indoor presidential inauguration parade.